myself and the other ambassadors have passionately gotten behind the old Mississippi River Bridge project with the Friends of the Bridge group created a couple of years prior to this. And we are now working with them diligently and passionately to see this project through, which the project was a requirement through the Ambassador Program.
First of all, it has given the group that participated new perspectives, perspectives of how other communities might see our community, more of an outside look.
I think Aspire Mississippi is a very important program that actually provides a lot of value, and specifically to our experience, it allows us to have a framework by which we brought the stakeholders together to understand where we were in terms of economic development, competitiveness, as well as aspirational settings, what we wanted to be as a community, and then also understand what else did we need to be reaching for.
I think for us, from an economic development standpoint, it's helped us kind of hone in on our message, specifically from a community development, also from a workforce development standpoint. We've been able to kind of focus our efforts on those aspects in regards to things that we've learned through the program, so it's been very beneficial with us in that regard.
Well, any time that our community could be exposed to the ways of thinking of other communities, it's always a benefit, and furthermore, the networking, the relationship building with other communities or the state level is critical.
I had such a knowledge of the value that Mississippi Development Authority has brought to our community in the past in other ways, with other programs.
Mississippi Development Authority has been really, really good to our community, Philadelphia, Neshoba County, and the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians. And it was an opportunity for us to work again with Mississippi Development Authority and then to thank them, work to help them do things that could help the state be better.
Well, it was the excitement of not only finding out what MDA does for the state, but how I can become involved in leading and helping others in the community learn also about what MDA does for the state.
I think sometimes if you just don't, are not engaged or part of the conversation, you could miss out on programs. And that's the first step. And then following through. You know, it's easy to say, hey, I want to be a part of that, but it's following through with that commitment and getting the engagement, participating with a willingness to be an effective participant.
I think it's a situation where being new to Mississippi at the time, it was a great way for me not to only to get more acclimated to MDA as well as our utility partners, but also to get together more acclimated with the Louisville team, the Winston County team in regards to how are we going to start interacting with one another, how do our visions come together, and we're able to take all this information in this networking opportunity and hone it in on our message and all the work projects, things that we had moving forward.
I think it's always good for an economic developer to go through the process of, if you would, facilitating or mediating discussions to lead the way into the direction that your community is going to take in terms of economic or community development.
Well, personally, I have found out more connections through the program, which partnerships, found out how important MDA stresses partnerships through their program. And again, having some really good connections that I met through the program, it has really helped me.
I think it all goes back to networking. It was an opportunity for us to go and see what others are doing, but also at the same time understand that we're not the only individuals or the only communities or counties that are going through some of the same things in regards to our development efforts. There's a lot of opportunities out there. People have already done some of the things, as well as you learn from things that have not worked in the past or that what do work.
The state to me is like a community, and all of us are neighbors. And either we can help our neighbors or we can show our neighbors how we do it.
A local business, Wyndham Tractor. They're one of the largest Kubota dealers in the state of Mississippi. And there was an old creek that run right beside their building, and the ditch is washing. The ditch got two sides, but it's washing on his side. And he's wanting to invest, and we got a grant in there, and the city worked with us, and we've got stone on both sides. and he's in the process now of finishing up a major expansion. I don't know that would have gotten done.
One of our vacant buildings in the downtown area that is now occupied and has a viable business in it, and that has also spread throughout the rest of the community, I think.
I think they ought to do it. I think it's a situation where it provides not only of a level of involvement in the state and what they're doing, but also gives you enough tools or additional tools to put in your toolkit to actually go and tackle our everyday jobs, because we need all the resources and information and help that we can get in regards to moving our areas forward, especially from a rural perspective.
I would encourage anyone on any level, especially with this, is to be involved. To be involved is to be informed, and they go hand in hand. And to be informed is empowered. To be empowered allows you to make an effective change, an effective difference in your community.
Every community has a little bit of differences of opinions, sometimes amongst governments or amongst groups. This is a perfect opportunity to invite everybody to the table and to have discussions about the future of your community with the support that only the Mississippi Development Authority and the great staff members that facilitate the program can give you.
Don't hesitate. Do it now. Sign up for Aspire Mississippi, because you will find out how you can be involved in not only your community but the state. It will help you look to the future and know how you can be involved in something very important.
I would encourage any community that has the opportunity to be part of Aspire Mississippi to jump in with both feet and to take full advantage of that, the possibilities that will open up to them because of being involved in that program. I give it an enthusiastic endorsement.